I bought every single weekly pay ETF by RoundHill so that you don't have to. And because I'm interested in seeing what they do. So we have 5 new weekly paying dividend ETFs by RoundHill, but they're different than the others, primarily in how they trade. These are not simple 0 DTE option contract trades. These are more leverage style trades, which is really, really fascinating. I made a full video about the breakdown if you're interested in seeing that. I'll link it at the end of this one, but I'm excited for these. And the main reason is I love some of the stocks. These are single stock ETFs, which is definitely higher risk, which of course, you know, more risk, more fun, more anxiety for me, which kind of can be fun depending on if you like when I'm anxious or not. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm curious to see how these will perform. So I've invested $100 into each of them roughly. Now, I do not have the ability to buy fractional shares, so I bought as close to 100 as I can get, and I will be watching how they perform and giving you the total return percentages anyway. So that number doesn't really matter, but I'm super curious to see what these things can do. And we've already had some pretty crazy results. 3 of them are down pretty badly, and 2 of them are up pretty nicely. So I'm curious how they will continue to trade, especially in this crazy market that we are in. Now, if you guys like income ETFs, weekly dividend ETFs, anything involving weekly income really, or monthly income, you are in the right place. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. This whole challenge is going to be really, really fun to do. And I want to know what you guys think about these ETFs, their style, how they're different. I'm so curious how they're going to stack up against the other weekly payers, against the monthly payers, against the rest of the RoundHill funds, the YieldMax funds, maybe even the Defiance ETFs. I'm really, really happy that they keep putting out more and more weekly dividend ETFs. So if you want to keep up to date on the news, you know what to do. Let's roll that intro. I want to do just a quick breakdown of these weekly payers because I think it's different than a lot of people are understanding. And let me know if I'm wrong because my understanding may be different than yours. So how these work is they're going to pay a distribution every single week, which is awesome. It's a reoccurring income stream for the shareholders. This is the tricky part. Enhance exposure. These ETFs seek to amplify returns by targeting 120% of the reference stock's weekly performance. So 120% does not mean you're getting double the performance the stock did that week. It means you're getting 1.2 times that. So let's say it goes up by $1, and that means you would get $1.20. If it goes down by $2, you would go down by $2.40 because it's 1.2. So you're not doubling. I've seen some comments about that. I don't believe you're doubling because that would be insane. But the way they explain it, that's what I'm taking from it. So let me know if you think differently. Now, the way this works is it's a really good mix. You have single stock leverage with weekly income, which I don't think it's even been done before. That's the weird part is these ETFs, they are coming up with new things, it seems every month, that just break down how everything happens. So I'm really excited about that. There's also supposed to be a new weekly payer by them called Week, which I'm interested in as well. We'll see. I might end up buying that one. I'm out of money at this point, but I'm just going to keep buying stuff because, I mean, what are they going to do? Okay, don't do that. Don't buy things when you have no money, but I'll find a way. But still, it's a really cool thing that they're doing, and the stocks that they're doing it on, which I've already purchased all of these. Yes, it cost me $500 when I'm supposed to be paying my taxes. We can see we have NVW, which is the NVIDIA weekly pay, TSW, the Tesla weekly pay, AAPW, the Apple weekly pay, COIW, the Coin weekly pay or Coinbase, and PLTW, the PLTR weekly pay ETF. Now, what does this mean? Should you buy all these and hold? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. One, I am a Tesla fanboy. That is the stock that has made me the most money in my life. I've been swing trading it for a long time, and I just love it. And the reason I love it is because, to be honest, it usually just goes up. Sometimes it goes down really steadily, and then I buy more, and then it just goes back up. So if you're long on any of these positions, which, to be honest, I can't look at one and say I'm not long on it. PLTR is really high right now, but even so, if you're long on any of these and you think they're going to do well, you now have a way of getting income every single week from that. And that's the thing. You will take some hits. The price may drop, and I'm curious to see how NAV erosion affects these, if they get beaten into the ground with how the market has been going, but they haven't so far. So, and we'll talk about that. We're going to jump into our tracking spreadsheet where I'll be making a ton of content on because it just shows us all the data that we need. I'll be updating it every single week to track the dividends that are coming in, and it'll help us kind of keep everything under control because I'm not super organized, and if I don't do it, I will forget, and then boom. Terrible. So let's jump into that spreadsheet now. I'm so disorganized, I went to the wrong thing. We're not going to look at the spreadsheet. We're looking at the MooMoo account. So again, this is now a cash account, meaning I had to put $500 in there to buy this stuff. We do have cash left over. We have $72.54 left over because, unfortunately, I couldn't get it close to 100 for all of them. COIW and NVW only, they trade for about $40. I can't buy 3 because it'd go over, so I bought 2, and we'll just track the percentage returns. I hope they do have fractional trading eventually, and I'm interested. What do you guys think? Drip on with these or drip off? What do I do? I'm debating. I don't know what to do. I'm going to do whatever I do, I'll do for all of them so it stays consistent across the board. But let's look at the position. So I have 2 shares of AAPW. We have an average cost of $49.20, and a current price of $47.68, which means we're down about 3.09%. Not terrible. The market's been all over the place. And again, this is a leveraged fund, so it's a little bit higher risk. I'm not too bummed about that. Then we have COIW, the the Coinbase fund, which is doing really well. We have an average cost of $38.59 and a current price of $40.24. We're up 4.3%, which is really, really solid. Then we have NVW, another one that's in the green. Currently, we can see we have 2 shares. We bought them for $39.19, and currently it's trading for $40.14. So we're up 2.4%. Then we have PLTW, the best performer in the account so far, with 3 shares. I did buy 3 shares because this one is a bit cheaper. And so our average cost is $32.32 and a current price of $34.07. I'm glad I bought 3 shares because we're up 5.41%. Then we have TSW. We have 2 shares of this one. It's $38.26, which is our average cost. Current price, $37.10. Definitely down 3.03% already. Not great. Tesla, though, it bounces like crazy. So I'm not really surprised that it's down, and I will be surprised if it stays down long term. One important factor, we can see today's P&L. PLTW wasn't up until today. It's up almost 8% today, which puts us in the green. It was in the red pretty heavily. The account is up $5.09. Should I sell everything now and buy myself 2 burritos from Taco Bell? When did food get so expensive? I don't understand that at all. I went to Taco Bell last week. What's going on? All right. The burritos are this big and they cost $2.50, $3 now. Anyways, sorry about that rant. Taco Bell, come on. They're not watching this. It'd be cool if they were. Anyways, so here's the account. Everything's in here. I'm going to continue to show you guys the same way I do with the other weekly dividend ETF videos. The reason I didn't combine the 2 series is because I don't want to make an hour video every single week. I know you guys might like it, but my plan is I'll release the ETFs that are not weekly pay, the normal account, I'll call it. I'll release that every Tuesday. This account is going to be released every Thursday. I think that's a pretty good happy medium. If it doesn't work well, maybe I'll release it on Friday. I don't know what'll happen, but that's my plan as of now. So I'm going to keep putting out extra content as well. There's a lot of ETFs coming out. Those daily payers are supposed to be coming out, at some point, but who really knows? It's just crazy. The account had such a good day today. We were negative by $10 and now we're positive by 5. These things are already moving and I've owned them for a week, which is crazy. Let's jump into our dividend tracking spreadsheet. I'll give you the full breakdown of how it's going to look. I will say there is a little bit of funkiness going on because this is showing Coinbase being red. It's not red in the account screen. We saw that. It's probably because Seeking Alpha is slightly behind. These are very new funds, and so sometimes it takes them a little bit to catch back up, and it's just showing the share price being lower than it currently is on MooMoo. So we're going to ignore that for the time being. I'll double check it with the next video, make sure that it is accurate. But here's how it's looking. So even though this is off a little bit, we have all of our stuff put in here. We have the number of shares, our average cost per share, which again will change every single week if we do decide to do drip. Drop it in the comments, drip, no drip. Are you guys buying these? Have our portfolio allocation, and then our total dividends received are going to pop up here. Now, how does the spreadsheet work? If you guys are interested in using this spreadsheet, it is available for sale as our tier 3 member. I do have it behind a paywall, which I know sucks. I'm sorry to do that, but I spent $500 last week on this account. And of course the money's not gone, but I can't invest it in my Roth. I can't do anything. So it's going to be tied up here for quite a while because this is fun. I'm not complaining by any means. So what we're going to do, we'll put everything in the weekly dividend slot here, the weekly dividend log, and we'll just track it. When I put everything in here, it'll auto populate it to our positions tab. It'll show up here in the total dividends received, and then it will affect the price. Now, I don't know if these have already paid out a dividend. I don't know if I'm going to get the dividend. If it has, I am kind of just waiting to see because, again, it's so new. Who knows what is going to happen? But it should be interesting. It should be fun. And please, are you guys buying these? I cannot be the only one that's already bought these. I know it's risky, and a lot of the times they will drop heavily at the beginning when they drop. I mean, for the weekly payers in the past, they have. And I know the market is super red, so a lot of people are holding for a little bit or holding off on buying. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you're excited for this challenge. I would love to do more of these if you guys are interested. It's super fun, and I like seeing the returns. I'm kind of a data nerd. If you haven't realized, my dad's an accountant. Was I going to end up normal? He loves numbers. Like, come on. I made this spreadsheet. Like, I paid someone to make it, but we went through for hours talking about it. I love it. I truly love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this content enjoyable, the videos popping up on your screen right now, I think you'll like them as well. Weekly dividend ETFs, are they going to be here forever? I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoy regardless. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.